Hey guys, my name is Sophie. I am a T4 paraplegic, slightly incomplete, since February 2017, so just over 2 years now. And I put together a list of tips and kind of life hacks that kind of make my life easier as someone with a disability in a wheelchair, and I hope that these can help you guys too. So tip number 1 is to try maternity pants, which I thought was pretty silly at first, but I actually really like them. So it's just normal jeans, except the waistband is stretchy, so it's more comfortable and not as like pushing into your stomach, and it makes it a lot easier to put on and off too. I got these at Time Maternity. They were like $60, so about your average jean price. And they come in a lot of different colors. Some are ripped, some are not. So I would definitely recommend checking them out. Another tip that I have is to really do your research on different types of catheters, because we all know like the basic ones like these, like this that I use most of the time, but there's also a lot of different ones. There's longer ones that you can also add an extended tube to. Like, I would use this maybe like if there's a bathroom but the layout doesn't really let you go really close to the toilet, you can just add that in. That way your pee can still go in the toilet without really being too complicated. I also have these SpeedyCath Compact Sack by Coloplast, I think, and it's pretty much it's like a pre-lube catheter, and it has like a bag attached. So this would be good for like on a road trip maybe, or if there's no bathrooms anywhere, then this can really be like a lifesaver. And kind of in the same family, there's SpeedyCath Compact, which is also a pre-lube catheter, and it's so tiny and kind of cute. Tip number 3 is smart plugs. I have one of these in my room. I use it to turn my lamp on and off because I can't reach my lamp. So it's pretty simple. You just control it from the Home app on your phone, and I think this one is the iHome, and I had no problems with it. I really like it. Tip number 4 is getting a lap tray. This is mine. It's pretty light and it has like the pillow at the bottom, so it kind of stays on your legs well. This one has like a hole for your glass, which is handy. I use this if I'm eating or cooking, if I need to carry a bunch of things at the same time. It just makes it a lot easier to like balance them on your legs, and pretty much guaranteed to have less spills that way. Tip number 5, because I have medium length hair, and I also live with sisters, my casters pick up a lot of hair, and it gets really hard to clean them, but I found using a seam ripper, which is just like a basic sewing tool, makes it a lot easier to just cut the hair out, and it really gets in there like better than scissors can. You can pick this up at like a craft store, probably Walmart, Amazon, and I just find even if you're not a girl, if you live with girls, you probably need this. Or even it picks up, my casters pick up dog hair sometimes, so pretty handy. Tip number 6 is these absorbent pads. I've had incontinence problems in the past, and it really sucks and gets really messy sometimes, but I like to put them under my fitted sheets in case I have an accident overnight. That way it's not going in my mattress, it's protecting that, and it's just easy to just clean everything. You could also sleep on these if you're really worried, and you just have a more peaceful sleep knowing if you do happen to have an accident, they're pretty easy to wash, so you can reuse them like as much as you need, so that's nice. And I also got my grandma to cut one of the bigger ones into 4 smaller ones, and I have found that it's handy to put them under your seat cover, and it's just like, obviously it'll stay in place better than just sitting directly on them in your chair, and it's more discreet because I know that it's kind of embarrassing sometimes. And also it protects your seat cushion too, it won't get in there. And that kind of brings me to tip number 7, which is to have a second seat cushion, so that if you do have an accident, you can just swap it out and clean it, and you can go on with your day without not having a seat cushion on or a seat cover on. And yeah, these have saved me a lot of time in the past. Tip number 8, if you have UTI problems like I have with cathing, I recommend getting one of these. It's like an easy at home urinary tract infection test. So pretty much it's just like a little stick that you can dip in your pee, and it will show you whether or not you have a UTI just by the colors. If you dip it and it stays white, you're good, and if it turns purple or pink, you might want to go see your doctor. It kind of just helps you know, like, if you should go see your doctor right away, or if you are not even having a UTI. So it kind of just helps if you're confused. But yeah, these are pretty accurate, but also your doctor might want you to give a sample anyway, but I just like having these. Tip number 9 is to get one of these. This is called a Matta tube by Arjo Huntley. It's pretty much like a very slippery material in like a tube, like a circle. I use these when I'm transferring out of the shower, because sometimes like your skin against like the rubber shower bench is really grippy and really hard to slide off. So I just take my sliding board and I just tuck it over, and then I put that under me, and then I can just slide right in my chair and there's no problem. And it's just much easier. I know not everyone uses a sliding board, but I still do. And the last tip, it's a pretty simple one. It's to get a clip like this on your keys. Most seat cushions, just like this one, have like a little handle at the front. So I usually just clip mine right on there. That way my keys are not gonna fall, they're not gonna go anywhere. No one can really steal them unless you're really not paying attention. And I find this especially helpful if you don't have a key for your car, if it's just like a fob. That way you don't have to unclip it every time you get in the car. You can even just keep it on your cushion if you want and just use the fob. So that concludes my tips. I hope you guys find these helpful, and I hope they can help make living in a wheelchair a little easier for you. Thank you.